Hey folks, this is Kalani. Now that we're in the pre-patch for Shadowlands, the big leveling overhaul is finally here. The current max level is now 50, which means to get an alt ready for their Shadowlands adventures, they only need to get from level 1 to 50, which can be surprisingly quick. Some players have managed to get it done in under 8 hours playtime, which is pretty incredible. We've never been able to level this quickly before, and the leveling changes give us more options than ever before, so there's never been a better time to level. In this video, I want to take a look at how you can level up some alts very quickly with all of these changes in place to ensure you can get all of the alts you want up to 50 and ready for the next expansion. Before we jump in, be sure to pop by our live stream sometime over at twitch.tv/KalaniTV. We stream every Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday and Saturday, and we always love chatting with you wonderful folks, so I hope to see you soon. Let's start with heirlooms because they've changed quite considerably. The big question is going to be, do I really need heirlooms? The answer always used to be yes, but that might not be the case anymore. The dev team stripped out the bonus experience tied to heirlooms, so they won't necessarily increase your leveling speed drastically, but they do offer some useful bonuses. The first is that it's scaling gear. Yes, some gear might be better than your heirlooms briefly, but at the end of the day, you're going to level so quickly that you would just swap back to your heirlooms pretty much right away. Just the fact that you won't have to tinker about with changing gear or equipping new gear in any slot with an heirloom will speed things up a bit, and it reduces the effort you have to put in. Making something easier can sometimes be better than making it faster, especially if it's not really that much faster. So I would equip your heirlooms just for the scaling gear factor, but there are also some set bonuses that can help you level as well. The first set bonus makes your rested experience last longer. Not particularly exciting, but rested experience is at least something of a bonus. The second set bonus increases your out of combat regeneration, which means you won't have to stop as often to heal yourself up or eat. The third bonus gives you a large primary stat increase and you explode for a bit of damage whenever you level up. That lasts for 2 minutes and you can extend it by killing mobs up to a max of 4 minutes. That could last for half a level with how quickly some levels go by, and you'll be dealing extra damage while it's active. So again, maybe not the most exciting thing, but it definitely will help. And then the last bonus makes your rested experience last even longer, so even if it's not bonus experience, even if it's not super exciting or crazy or majorly impactful, all of these set bonuses together will help you level at least a little bit faster. Personally, I will use heirlooms 100% of the time while leveling. I don't think there's a great argument for not using them if you have them, but at the same time, I probably wouldn't buy any more. If you don't already have the heirlooms for an alt or character you want to play and level, it might not actually be worth the time, effort or gold anymore to purchase them, but if you already have heirlooms, I would recommend you use them. The next thing that can really help speed up your leveling is an experience potion. Sadly, there's only one experience potion left that really works, the Draft of 10 Lands. You will need to be max level to buy this potion for your alts, so if this is your first time playing, just skip this item. The potions can be purchased from your Service Medal Quartermaster in Battle for Azeroth, and service medals can be earned in the Warfront zones of Arathi Highlands and Darkshore when world quests are available. Each potion costs 5 medals, so they don't come cheap, especially if you have to go out of your way to go earn some more medals, but they are the most reliable source of bonus experience in the game right now, and perfect for speeding up your alt leveling. So pick some up if you can afford them. Another bonus you should consider taking advantage of is Warmode. If you turn Warmode on, you get a large bonus to experience gains, but you become flagged for world PvP. So anyone out in the world on the opposite faction with Warmode on can attack and kill you, which can definitely slow you down at times, but if you don't get attacked, then the risk is well worth taking. Horde players usually only get a 10% bonus to XP gains for Warmode, while the Alliance will usually see a higher bonus. Right now it's at a whopping 25%. You have to be in Stormwind or Ogremont to turn Warmode on, but you can turn it off in any rested area. I usually start with it on, and then if I run into any problems with being camped or whatever, I just hop back to an inn or other rested area and turn it off. Easy peasy, and totally worth it for the Alliance right now. That 25% is kinda crazy. This feature can be found alongside your PvP talents. Default keybind is N, and I'm pretty sure it becomes available at level 20. You can go even more hardcore by picking up things like speed potions, goblin gliders, enchants, consumables, and whatever else, but honestly I think those gains are minimal and not worth the effort unless you absolutely have to level as fast as possible. If you want a chill leveling experience that doesn't take too much brain power, stick to Heirlooms and the experience potion. As for the leveling itself, you have two main parts, level 1 to 10 and then 10 to 50. For the first leg of your adventure, 1 to 10, you have two options, your chosen race's starting area or Exile's Reach. Typically, the race starting areas are faster overall, so if you're playing with speed in mind, that's probably the best option, but Exile's Reach is newer and it's a bit of a breath of fresh air, so take your pick. When you get to level 10, you can pop on over to Stormwind or Ogrimmar and find Chromie. She's on the map as a little sand timer marker. Chromie can let you play through any expansion for the rest of your leveling experience, so if you have a specific expansion in mind that you would definitely enjoy playing through again, the choice is yours. If you're looking for speed, and nothing but speed, Warlords of Draenor is the current go-to. Now there are a few reasons for this. The quest density is great, the quest lines are well laid out and you shouldn't ever have huge stretches of downtime. It's also relatively recent content, which means the quest design is also pretty good and the storyline makes sense, and every zone will give you a powerful ability to help you quest, whether you're summoning some extra units to plow down an elite mob, or using the Goblin Shredder or Fight Club upgrade for Gorgrond, or even just the passive experience bonus in Spires of Iraq. No matter what zone you are in, you will get some help, which just means faster leveling. There are also a bunch of treasures and bonus objectives scattered around, and if you don't have to go too far out of your way to collect or complete them, that's just bonus experience right there. With the recent nerfs, they're not necessarily worth farming and going out of your way to actively complete, but you know, if they're just a little bit off your path, it is some free experience. So if you're looking for the fastest leveling experience in pre-patch right now, you'll want to quest through the Warlords of Draenor expansion. Now I know some players absolutely hate the Draenor introduction questline. It's kind of slow, even though the experience honestly isn't too bad, but if you want to skip it, you should know that there's an even easier way these days. Pick Draenor as your expansion, get down to the Dark Portal, then abandon your quest. Don't talk to Khadgar, don't do the For Azeroth thing, just abandon your quest. Now go walk through the Dark Portal. You'll be dropped off exactly where the intro questline would leave you in your starting zone, so Frostfire Ridge for Horde or Shadowlands Valley for Alliance, and you can just continue from there. Build your garrison and enjoy your leveling. No crazy flying all over the place strats, no water walking, no long treks, no mage portals. Just step through the Dark Portal after abandoning the quest and you're good to go. To speed up your questing adventures, I would recommend installing an add-on to pick up quests and turn them in automatically, because it saves a huge amount of time over your leveling process, not having to talk to people and just go through the whole, yes, I would like a quest, yes, I want to turn it in. You know, I use auto turn in if you want a standalone add-on. And then if I'm ever feeling adventurous, I'll turn on Azeroth Autopilot. If you want an add-on to show you exactly what to do, where to go, which quests to pick up and which ones to skip, get yourself the Azeroth Autopilot add-on. It streamlines the entire process and it does all the thinking for you. If you absolutely do not want to quest, regardless of how much faster it is, you have a few options. Dungeon leveling is still somewhat fast, though nowhere near as quick as questing nowadays. This also relies on you having instant queues, so you will need a tank or healer in your group somehow. Quite a few expansions dungeons seem to have been poorly tuned with the big squish, and some are definitely easier than others. Out of all of the expansions, we actually found the battle for Azeroth dungeons to be the easiest to run through. The incoming damage is lower, the mobs are easier to deal with, and every dungeon is streamlined. Probably because they're the most up-to-date dungeons in terms of design, but BFA dungeons seem to be the best option for dungeon leveling for us, and they didn't wipe our group at all. But your mileage may vary. If you talk to Chromie, you can swap your expansion at any time, which also swaps the expansion's dungeons you can queue for. So if you want to queue for Wrath dungeons, just swap your expansion to Wrath and then do a random queue. I would recommend to do a couple different dungeons in different expansions with your group so you can see what is easiest for you and which has the faster queues, and then you can just dungeon your heart out to level up to 50 fairly quickly. Another option that you may not know about is pet battles. I know, maybe not the most exciting thing in the world, but they're actually incredibly efficient for leveling right now. The higher level of pets you can take on, the better this will be, so if you have level 25 pets, you're good to go. Find an expansion with the higher level critters in the 23 to 25 range, I think that's almost everything past Mists of Pandaria, and just hunt wild pet battles. Remember to track them so your next fight is always easy to find. That's all there is to it. I would recommend trying to find a densely populated small area for pet battles so you don't have to move too much between each one, and try to find an area where the pet battles are the same type. In Mists of Pandaria, for example, you can find a lot of critter pet battles in the farms in the Valley of Four Winds. Just load up with some strong beast pets or pets with strong beast abilities and go to town. I was able to complete 9 pet battles in 10 minutes, and I timed it, and each pet battle will earn you slightly less than a quest for your level experience-wise. So at level 43 on this monk, it's about 4.2 to 4.4k experience per battle won, and 9 battles would earn me about 40k XP total. I need 100,000 experience to level, which works out to be about 25 minutes per level. I'm not well versed in pet battles, I just work with what I have, and I think that leveling speed isn't too bad when all is said and done. When doing this on a level 11 shaman, in more or less the same exact spot with the same team, I was getting enough experience to level every 10 minutes, so I think pet battles might be more worthwhile before you get flying because of you not having to move, but still being able to earn the equivalent of maybe 8 to 9 quests of experience in 10 minutes without really having to travel. That's pretty amazing. So if you're interested, pet battles are also a fantastic way to level right now. They just might not be the most exciting. And then there are a few other things you can do to level up a bit faster right now thanks to the Hallows End event, but because this will only be relevant for the next 2 weeks or so, I wanted to leave it until the end. If you head on over to the main holiday area for Hallows End, so that's the Undercity Courtyard for the Horde and just outside of Stormwind for the Alliance, you can earn a 10% bonus to all experience gains. Pick up the daily quest related to the bonfire, then interact with the bonfire to toss a torch into the Wicker Man. The Alliance just need to interact with the bonfire to earn their unburdened buff, and the Horde needs to grab some of the ashes that fall on the floor. Either way, you should get a sweet 10% experience and rep bonus buff, which will help you level just that little bit faster. You can also queue up for the Headless Horseman special dungeon event from level 10, which can provide you with a few things too. The first time you do the dungeon every day, you'll get a loot-filled pumpkin which can contain the highly coveted Headless Horseman's mount, but it can also contain a magic broom mount that is quite unique. It adapts to your highest riding skill and it's an instant cast mount. With mounts now being available from level 10, it's actually incredibly efficient, never having to stop to cast your mount. The magic broom will last until the end of the event, so if you can pick one up, it can also help speed up your leveling because it's just an instant cast mount. Imagine saving all those 2 seconds every time you want to mount up. It adds up eventually. The first run per day will also give you a large chunk of experience in the Headless Horseman event, which is always nice for a few minutes of work. And that's it for this video. How are you going to level your alts in the pre-patch? Will you focus on speed, and nothing but speed? Or do you want to take your time with some of your alts and maybe visit a few different expansions? Do you think you would ever level an alt just through pet battles, seeing as that's one of the fastest methods right now? Leave all your thoughts in the comment section below. If you want to help us get ready for Shadowlands, or maybe just ask us a couple questions, you can find us over at twitch.tv/KalaniTV. We stream every Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday and Saturday, and watching the stream and coming to say hi is one of the best ways you can support the channel right now. And if you ever wanted to be included in the long list of names at the end of every video, a subscription on Twitch is the easiest way to make that happen. You get a free sub to any Twitch channel if you have Amazon Prime too, so be sure to take advantage of that. A big thank you to everyone who's subscribed on Twitch already, and to our supporters over on Patreon. You can see their names floating by on screen. If you want to join these lovely guys and gals, well, now you know how. Remember to leave a like just below the video before you leave, and if you want to see more, make sure to subscribe. But apart from that, thanks for watching folks, good luck and have fun, and as always, I'll see you next time.